And Bryan and I have been best friends since we moved to Olympia about 10 years ago. I want to start off by saying that it means so much to me that you guys would all travel all over the world to come listen to what I have to say tonight. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Hogan and Comenda family for hosting us this weekend. Last night was wonderful and it's been a beautiful day today, so thanks to both families. I've always heard that toast is the groom's worst 5 minutes of his wedding day, whereas the bride's worst 5 minutes is coming later tonight. I've got some pretty embarrassing things to share about Bryan, so I don't expect that to be any different. And based on everything else I know about Bryan, I expect Brittany's night not to go much better either. So, good luck. I think I speak for all the gentlemen in the room when I say that it's a sad, sad day for another beautiful, intelligent woman is off the market. And I think I speak for most of the ladies when I say that today went by with pretty much out of ripple. We met, like I said, about 10 years ago at the beginning of junior year in high school. I knew he was going to be my best friend and the funniest guy I've ever met when in chemistry class. He was telling me that he was copying this guy named Jay's answers all semester long, only to find out at the end of the semester that Jay had been copying off of him the whole time. And I don't know if either of them did that great in class. We did everything junior and senior year together. One friend put it quite eloquently when he said, "It seemed as if we were joined from the penis to the rectum." Sadly, though, at the end of high school, we went our separate ways. We had mountains between us. I was off to Seattle, and Bryan moved over to Ellensburg to go to Central Washington University. The long distance thing between me and Bryan didn't work out that well. We had some rough times. Within about a year and a half, I moved over the mountains, and we actually lived together. What, about a year? So, I know that you guys have already been staying together for a little while now, but I have a little bit of advice that I would like to share with you, as I wish somebody would have shared with me before I decided to live with Bryan for a year. You might come home from class one day to find gay porn all over your computer desktop. You might find empty beer bottles hidden all over your house, under tables, in flowers and plants. Okay. You might walk out of your bedroom one morning to see your wonderful husband completely ass naked on the couch just watching the news. While sleeping in the middle of the night, Bryan might come tearing through your bedroom door, screaming in pain, and you will probably have to spend the entire night in the hospital with him while he gets his kidney stones worked out. If you love him, though, that's what you do, right? Another thing that might happen is that he might show up late, 1 o'clock in the morning or so, looking like a bloody mess, bruises all over, with some ridiculous story about how there was a semi that almost hit him, and he was riding his bike and he had to swerve out of the way, and he tumbled over the handlebars of his bike, he broke his wrist, and that lie will come out about a year and a half later when he just ran into a curb and tumbled. You might decide to go check on him one night after you've been drinking heavily and go into his bedroom and see him laid back in his computer chair with his feet up on his desk and Yankee scores on the computer and a mysterious wet spot all over his crotch area. Bryan will probably tell you it's beer, but I might hesitate to believe that explanation. Finally, Bryan might decide to test an airsoft gun in your living room, and he will probably shoot holes in your blinds. Then you're gonna have to somehow cover that up when you're doing your walkthrough to get your deposit back so the manager doesn't see it. So if you really want to know how difficult Bryan is to live with, I suggest you all go on google.com and type in this video called "Dog in a Bathtub," because we all know that it's very difficult to put your dog in a bathtub. Right, Bryan? Booyah. If you're ready to handle all of this, plus many situations that we don't have time to talk about tonight, I think you love them as much as I do, and I wish you the best of luck with them. But in all seriousness, Bryan, I love you like a brother. You came into my life when I needed somebody. I don't know how many late night walks we had talking about life and trying to figure stuff out for ourselves. And you'll always be there for me, and I'll always be there for you. Anytime of night, give me a call, I'll pick up. So, I wish you guys the absolute best of luck. Cheers.
Cheers.